Good morning, it's Bob Massey, it's Facebook Live. I hope you guys had a good holiday, a good Thanksgiving, and now we're getting into the Christmas season for sure. So obviously with Christmas coming up, a lot of people do a lot of things at their home. They decorate and do different things like that, and they get gift certificates to the different Home Depot and Lowe's and different places like that for maybe future home improvements that you may want to do or have somebody do for you. But let me tell you something. One of the most abused and neglected issues on home improvements is how do you differentiate between something that's cosmetic in nature versus something that's structural in nature that requires building permits for home improvements. And this is where people get themselves in a jam when they go sell their home. So let's just basically differentiate. You're going to paint your house. That surely is not a structural issue. That is cosmetic. You're going to paint the inside of your house. That's a cosmetic issue. Even if you're going to change the floors or a new carpet, obviously you're going to get people in the carpet business, a contractor, to do it. Where the problem comes up is when people want to improve their homes, add an addition to their home, and they get a handy person to do it as opposed to a licensed contractor that doesn't pull the permits, and there's problems in the future, and then as a result of that, you, the homeowner, get screwed one way or the other, either by the person who was doing the work, was not a licensed contractor and qualified to do the work that they did and just wanted to make a quick buck, or you just get basically a handy person to do it that really doesn't have the skills. And we're talking about a room addition with electrical and plumbing and things like that. These are substantive structural changes to a home that you as the homeowner have to be smart enough to recognize that it's much better to spend more money and get a licensed contractor, properly insured, properly bonded to do the work, as opposed to an unlicensed retired contractor or handyman or a handy person, whatever, for purpose of doing that work. That is just a bad decision, because here is historically what happens. First of all, you end up paying that person too much money, and I'm talking about the unlicensed person, than you would generally a contractor, and you end up giving them money up front too much, which they then take and never return for the job, or they don't do the materials, or they don't pay the people for the materials. And what happens? You end up having a lien on your house, L-I-E-N, and you're saying, wait a second, I paid the guy the money for the materials on the home. Why is there a lien on my house? Because you paid somebody that wasn't competent to do the job and stole the money and didn't pay the people with the material and never returned for the job. And now you have a lien on your home. You have to come and hire me to get the lien removed. That's number one. When you hire somebody that is a licensed contractor, then you should have some type of construction control so that in fact the money is paid out over each phase of the job that's completed properly. You do not pay somebody out that's not a licensed contractor or something that's structural in nature. You are buying yourself a lawsuit. And 9 times out of 10, ladies and gentlemen, when you're not dealing with a licensed contractor that's competent, I'm not suggesting you can't have a problem with a licensed contractor. I'm just saying that at least you have some meat for me to go after them if there's a problem, i.e. a bond or insurance. When you're dealing with somebody that's not licensed and doing something structurally and doesn't pull the permits, you are buying yourself nothing but an expense for a lawyer and never going to get that money back, because most of those people are thieves and they take the money and they run and they're going to the next people to scam. So how much it costs you should not be what's enticing you to do the job or have the job done. What should be is that you're hiring somebody competent to do your structural work at your home, so that when you go sell the home and in the disclosure statement it asks you about home improvements, were permits pulled, the answer is yes as opposed to no. Make sure that you deal with competent licensed contractors that are going to do structural work, i.e. moving walls, putting new carpet down, putting new flooring down. You're talking about something that's substantive in nature. Plumbing, electrical, roofing. Get the right people to do the job. Check with the contractors board. See if there's been any complaints filed against them. Now I have to tell you, in fairness to the contractors, there's a lot of times that people just file complaints against them because they necessarily didn't have the greatest bedside manner. That's not that's not fair to the contractor. But what's important is you as the homeowner should have enough respect for your own home and what you intend to do with that home to go out and pay a little more for a licensed contractor as opposed to paying somebody usually cash money, because everybody comes to me and says, well, yeah, do you have a receipt? Well, I paid him cash. Well, good luck. Good luck with that one. Not very smart to do. And if you, by the way, if you don't listen to what I say and you still go for it and hire a handyman to do the work, go to wherever they're going to buy the materials and pay the material people directly. Pay the vendor directly, as opposed to giving the money directly to the handyman, and then they go and they end up paying 50% of whatever it's supposed to cost. Handymen aren't supposed to make money on that. Contractor, yes, they're going to make money. That's okay. At least you have a pocket to go after if there's a problem. You're going to reach a point with home improvements that if you don't have the right people involved, all you will have is nothing but aggravation. It'll take away from enjoyment of your home. You have to seek out legal advice, such as myself. And as a result, you're going to say, oh, I'm going to spend the money, I got nothing. Sorry. That's why I'm giving this advice today. Enjoy the idea of a home improvement. Enjoy the idea that you're going to add on footage to your home. By the way, sometimes people come to say to me and say, Bob, if I put this home improvement on, is my house going to go up in value? That depends. Sometimes the tax assessor's office don't even take in regard to a home improvement. They just go from the original structure. So how much a home improvement is going to make on value, don't do it for that reason. Do it because you need the space. Or do it because you're taking care of a parent or a loved one and you've converted it into a bedroom because it's the right thing to do. Don't do it necessarily because you're going to, it's like putting a pool in. So they're going to bring up my house for a lot. Really? It becomes an expense over time, trust me. I have a pool in my backyard. I like to drain it, put dirt in it, and make it a garden because nobody uses it anymore. Kids are grown, what can I tell you? Anyway, masseyandmassey.com is our website. My son Robert, of course, works with me as an attorney. We do a lot of construction, business law, real estate, personal injury, wills, trusts, and probate. Share this with people because during the holiday season, you're going to get ready for next year. When springtime comes, let's do this. Please, heed me out. Hire a licensed contractor. See you next week.